Got it.
All right. And so this will be your intro to the pleasure
Scored.
scored episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I have been thinking about pleasure and perception
Mm.
and the way that things exist in layers. And it feels to me, or it appears to me that, or for me, it is true that pleasure is a thing that exists in resonance, that does not occur in singularity. Which is like kind of like music, for example, or sound doesn't occur in isolation. It can't occur in isolation. Like one single thing can't make a sound, right? One thing has to hit some other thing to create vibration, and then that still doesn't create sound. There has to be a third thing that vibration hits, that perceives the vibration as sound. Color is the same, like light is the same. Something has to interact with some other thing such that vibration occurs. And then there has to be a third entity that is shaken by that vibration that perceives it as color. And once the shaking starts, then in some ways it doesn't stop, right? Like there's the shaking starts up cycles of shaking. And I find that to be fascinating. And I like the idea of the, like with music, I like the idea of how like paring down an experience to its simplest component, like what is the simplest component of sound? Like one single thing hitting one other thing perceived by like one flat surface. And then what is it like? Because with sound and with light, as you add layers, they don't exist independently of each other. They originate independently, but they immediately become like one mass, right? Like sound doesn't, it's not like this note and this note stand, in parallel layers. Like these two notes are now interacting and creating a third sound. And they can fall in and out of each other's company, but while they're together, they're intermingled. And I was thinking about this with pleasure because one of the things that I find most pleasurable is standing in the woods. And I feel like part of the reason that is so tremendously pleasurable for me is because there are so many layers, so many layers of like good vibration happening at once. It's like, the vibration that is smell, and the way the light moves, and the way the sound moves, and the way the textures move, and the way they all move with each other. And that like dense layered experience of sensation is just like my favorite. Like I love it so much. And I feel like in the woods, for me, in the woods, generally the stuff is like feeds and feeds and feeds each other. There are situations where like there's a dense experience of sensation that I don't like. Like a car racetrack. I don't think I would enjoy that dense experience
Like
of sensation.
a crowded subway.
Maybe a crowded subway. Like there's a number
There's
of
a lot
different
of sensations.
Yeah, there's a number of different spots where I don't think I'd like it. So then I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be fun to try an experiment where we create with our pleasure a layered experience and see how it feels when pleasure interacts with pleasure. And the first thing that came to mind to me was episodes we've done in the past where Parsa has scored things for us, and how remarkable to me it feels to hear music that is like singing my meaning, like singing my intention,
Yeah.
and how it changes the like when I have listened to my fear or my comfort with Parsa's music supporting it or like entwined in
Mhm.
it, it's different. Like
Yeah.
it's like now I have a new thing. Like I have a,
Mhm.
now I have a new thing.
Mm.
And so I thought, what if we had an episode where we did that, just that,
Mm.
where we were
Mhm.
like, okay, we're just going to play with how it feels when I take a sensation that I have and I shake it into words.
Mm.
And then I ask Parsa to shake my words into music. And then I get to listen to this new thing that's shaking together
Mhm.
and put that inside me and
Mm.
let it shake,
Mm.
and like, and I kind of want to see how far it'll go, like how many iterations
How
of that,
many
how many
iterations of
times, like,
vibration? You're like, and
yeah.
then we'll put it in you, and then I will put that in me,
Me.
and then maybe we'll give that back to Parsa.
And then do you know anyone who plays the harp? Because they could
Yes.
score that.
Yeah.
Could we find a tap dancer?
This has
Some
been a
kind of.
very interesting concept, and it's been very playful,
Mhm.
and which is fitting for pleasure, I think. Yeah, it's